you listen to me. You've got the greatest, no, two greatest nerds in all of toy collecting, right here.
Yeah, so you say. Just wondering why we're so lucky. Why cut us in?
Because I'm trying to play to a younger demographic, not creepy old guys like him. He collects Hot Wheels. You know how they get. So my question for you in viewing this show is, are you ready?
That's Chase variant Dark Phoenix.
Very rare.
Who the hell are you?
You all know exactly who I am. Say my name.
What? I don't have a damn clue who
I'm the nerd.
I'm the guy who took out Pixel Dan.
Bullshit.
Cobra Shadow Joe's got Dan.
No. Say my name.
Hey, Uncle Rack.
You're goddamn right.
Hey there, nerds and nerdettes. Welcome back to another episode of Nerd Life. I believe we are on episode 4. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing a review of the Breaking Bad Saul Goodman action figure by Mezco Toys. But before we get to that, of course, you know it's news time. Alright, gang, and in toy news, Hasbro has shown off their annual Marvel Legends San Diego Comic-Con box set. This time, it's going to be of the Doctor Strange comic book. The set is going to include an astral projection Doctor Strange. It's going to include a Dormammu, Brother Voodoo, Hela, however you want to say it, or Hela, as well as a magic and an in-scale Eye of Agamotto. The set is going to be a little over $100, probably about $105, and will be available in HasbroToyShop.com. NECA Toys has kinda sorta revealed their next Ultimate Terminator figure, and it's going to be Sarah Connor from Terminator 2. That is going to be following the T-800 from Terminator 2. Randy Falk, creative director at NECA, has stated that the figure itself is going to come with 3 alternate head sculpts that can be interchanged. The next figure to follow that is going to be the T-1000. And it has been revealed today by Warner Brothers Pictures that they will be at the licensing expo taking place this month, and will be revealing the following items. Batman v Superman, and I'm quoting here, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice will be supported by an impressive list of licensees, including global toy partner, Mattel, with a wide range toy line including action figures, roleplay, playsets, and collectible figures, highlighted by the fan favorite Movie Masters line. So that does answer that question. But as the power of Warner Brothers Pictures and DC Entertainment's film portfolio shows its strength, Warner Brothers Pictures will also offer a targeted licensing and merchandising program focusing on collectors and adults in support of Suicide Squad. That doesn't sound like Mattel's making Suicide Squad figures now, does it?
Such a good vibration. It's such a sweet sensation. It's such a good vibration.
Sorry about that. Anyways, now it's time for your review of the Saul Goodman Mezco Toys. Sorry, guys. Hold on one second here. Oh my god, not you.
Do it!
What do you think I'm doing,
Just
Shia?
do it!
I'm doing it.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just
I was
do
very
it!
busy,
Make
okay? I
your
know I said that I
dreams
would have it up
come
yesterday, but I
true!
was very busy.
Just do it!
Dude.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it.
Okay, please don't fart in my nerd room. One of the single greatest shows to come along in the last decade has been Breaking Bad. If you're not familiar with the show, I honestly don't know why you're watching this video. Turn this off right now and go marathon Breaking Bad on Netflix. Okay, wait. Finish this first, and then go watch Breaking Bad. The show was created by longtime X-Files writer Vince Gilligan and tells the story of a cancer-ridden high school chemistry teacher who decides to team up with an old student of his to begin a meth empire so that he can leave his family with some money before he goes. Along the way, different crime bosses, gangsters, and syndicates cause obstacles, and Walt starts to take a path from a good, wholesome family man down a darker path. By the end, he is no longer Walter White, family man. He is Heisenberg, drug kingpin. It's honestly one of the best written and acted programs I have ever personally seen. Well, actually, as well as the Emmy Academy has ever seen. A couple of years ago, Mezco announced the license and have mostly churned out a bunch of variants of Hazmat Walt. But now, with the new and improved Mezco, we're finally dipping into more characters from the show. Despite the show having ended a year ago and some idiotic parental groups trying to end the line prematurely, Mezco keeps plugging along with the figures. With no end in sight, as a regular street clothes Jesse, Mike Ehrmantraut, and in episode 1 Walt have all been announced in the 6-inch line.
Yeah, bitch!
But right now we're reviewing the newest figure in the line, Walt's less than honorable attorney, Slippin' Jimmy McGill, aka Saul Goodman. Obviously, he does have a show on right now in Better Call Saul, but this is based on his appearance in Breaking Bad, with numerous indicators to that I will point out during this review. Alright, so right away, let's just say that this isn't so much an action figure, so much as it is a mini statue. The figure has absolutely no articulation at all. But really, given the source material, does he really need it? The figure not having articulation also keeps costs down, so over the choice of having no Breaking Bad figures, or ones with limited articulation, I'll take the latter any day. Plus, if you want articulation, 3-0 is coming out with a fantastic Heisenberg figure with loads of articulation. Only he's in 12-inch scale, and it's a little too rich for my taste. This guy costs around $15, and for what it is, it's a bargain. Especially considering we were iffy on the future of the line thanks to the aforementioned uptight mother in Florida, who attempted and succeeded to get the figures pulled from Toys+Us shelves. Even though the packaging, including the placement of the blue baggie, gave no indicator of what the show was about. Lesser heads prevailed on this one, and not much thought was given by any of the parties involved, including Toys+Us, by succumbing to the pressure. And uptight Florida mom was allotted a victory, which sucks on so many levels. The toys were in the clearly labeled adult collector section. The children would have to walk past Ninja Turtles, Batman, Star Wars, and Avengers to even see them. And even then, as a child, if it was my choice, if I had my choice, am I going to pick the middle-aged guy in a members-only jacket over Superman? No. She attempted to argue that it was the principle of having this in stores being what the subject matter is. Well, the principle of it is that if you're a good parent, then your child won't know what the subject matter of the show is, and you cannot expect the rest of society to shelter your child for you. That's not our jobs, nor is it our responsibility. And we shouldn't have to be burdened with not being able to buy what we want where we want to buy it because you decided to police the world and tell us what's best for the rest of us. We as adults decide. As my friend Daniel Pickett said, #AdultsCollect. But I digress. Back to the review. The sculpt on this figure bears a pretty good likeness to Bob Odenkirk, although some angles are certainly better than others. And he's wearing one of his trademark expensively tacky suits, and is posed in a way that indicates he's doing what he's known best for, talking. He's also sculpted with his Bluetooth earpiece, his Justice Scale pin, as well as the Wayfarer Remembrance ribbon, the item I was speaking of earlier, to show that this is a Breaking Bad Saul and not a Better Call Saul Jimmy. The paint is pretty good on this guy, with one nitpick in the ear here. I see what they were going for, trying to add some shadows to his ear, but it just kind of looks like somebody pooped in there and then he wiped it around with a Q-tip. It's not horribly distracting, but it definitely didn't get the desired effect. Now again, if you go in with the knowledge of this line and its articulation, then you certainly can't be disappointed. It's meant to sit there on your shelves and look pretty, not be played with, and it looks damn good doing it. Now here's where I might have to knock it down a bit. The size. Having watched the show religiously while it was on, I don't recall Odenkirk being that much smaller, if at all, than Bryan Cranston. But here we have a bit of an inconsistency in the scale. Walter's dome is huge compared to Saul, and it's pretty distracting. And I know Jesse was definitely smaller than Saul, and yet something happened here between the first releases in both Saul and the recently released Gust, where they are pretty noticeably smaller. However, so long as you don't have them side by side, you can kind of fudge them in your collection a bit. The only accessory that he comes with is this card, which, here's a pretty good touch. If you call the number on the bottom, it's an actual Albuquerque, New Mexico number, and it calls Saul Goodman's office. You get his voicemail. It's pretty cool. I love the show, and I do love these figures, so maybe my bias is weighing out my decision here, but I have to give this guy a 4 stars out of 5. Perhaps if I took the blinders off, I would allow the size difference to affect my score, but as I said, it can be fudged so long as you aren't terrifically anal about it. Mezco is having the best year that they've had in a very long time. This line just keeps on rolling despite the show having been off for quite some time, plus the previously noted obstacles. But Better Call Saul is doing nothing but free advertising for this, and it also shows the longevity of the show. Alright, now turn this off and go marathon this show now. Breaking Bad, Saul Goodman, 4 stars out of 5.